Hello and welcome to the channel. And today's video we are going to be checking out the new Mattel Masterverse Revolution Battle Armor He-Man. So as you can see, I already have the figure outside of the box. This figure arrived, I ordered it through Amazon Mexico, and it went I saw that he went on sale this past week or the week prior. I'm trying to remember if I ordered him at the start of this week or late last week. But anyway, this figure arrived yesterday. I'm recording this on a Sunday, so this figure arrived Saturday. The point is, it came in pretty quick. I saw that I've been waiting for these figures to become available online anywhere. I couldn't find them. I wasn't sure where people were finding these figures for sale, if they were in stores, because again, I haven't seen them in stores. And online, everyone had it sold out. So finally, they came online for sale online on Amazon, and I ordered a couple of other figures along with this guy. And yeah, so finally he came here. Now, full disclosure, like I said, I've already played with this figure. I ordered two of them, and the reason I mentioned that is because you might see something already that is different with him. Uh, Actually, I've already done a lot of experimenting with him, and that's why he's out of his battle armor and not with his battle armor on at this moment. Um, because I got two of these, and I've already done some swapping of parts, and I've also done some swapping and kit bashing and all of that. So, but as far as modifications to the figure, just only one small modification that we'll get to in a moment, and then I'll point it out. So first off, um, the figure itself, he is awesome. He has new features as far as molding and overall, articulation compared to previous versions of the Masterverse figures. So for one thing, his upper chest is a new mold. It's a little when we do some comparisons, you will see what the differences are. But his upper chest is a little more broader and a little more the muscle definition is a little more like your classic vintage He-Man. Not so much like the 40th anniversary, which we'll also compare, but he looks a little more now. The figure now looks a little more like you would imagine a modernized He-Man would look like, right? So there's that, and also they do have the drop down hip mechanism. So there's that. So as you can see, I already have him out, and everything is on display as far as the accessories that comes with the figure. So you can see the battle armor there on the left. You can see that I already switched out the plate for the one that has the scratch. There's going to be a reason for that. And then you can see there's the alternate fists that come with the figure. So with the figure, inbox comes with the two grabbing hands, you could say, and he has two alternate closed fists. So I switched out one of the grabbing hands for a fist on this one, and you can see him holding his battle axe. And then I don't know. Excuse me if I sound extra nasally and a little more weird. I'm coming off of a cold, so Just want to point that out. So here is the battle axe. We're gonna do some comparisons with this battle axe to previous ones that we've received, but this one is pretty much one of the better looking battle axes. It's an homage to the original vintage axe, although it's stylized. But when we do some comparisons, you will see what the inspiration for this battle axe comes from. Since this He-Man in the series, and I forget if the original, the He-Man doesn't come with a sword on this one, just the battle axe. Because in the story, if you haven't seen the series yet, the power sword is getting an upgrade. So when He-Man goes into battle, Andra, the new man-at-arms, is the one who outfits him with the new battle armor, so for extra protection. So he goes into battle just with the battle axe. And let's take a closer look here at said battle armor. So you can see here he has, I gave him the one with the gash already on there. This is the plate that comes with standard inbox, right? The one with the H logo. And this is the battle armor. So the battle armor, again, we're going to do some comparisons later, but compare it to the new Eternia battle armor He-Man that we got last year or the year before. I don't remember how long he came out. I believe it was last year. The battle armor, the first Masterverse battle armor He-Man, he was integrated into the figure itself, and he did have the torso posability, ab crunch, and all of that. So this is just a removable piece that goes onto the figure, and the way you remove it is by these clamps here. Right. And then you just this is how you replace the plate. You just simply push it out, and then just insert the piece you want to have him displayed with. But like I said, there's a reason why I have this version with the damage on. And then when you want to put it on, the figure, you just either remove the strap depending on how you have the figure displayed, and you just clamp it on. We're gonna see how it looks with the battle armor in just a second, but I just want to show you the figure how he is right now. And you can see that we have a new head sculpt to go with this figure. Much better than the original. What's her Revelation? A lot more refined, and also the overall figure itself. The skin tone is much better. If you remember that first release, the skin tone on that was not that great. A little too yellowish, almost Simpsons-like in his skin tone. But like I said, other than the upper chest, everything else is just the standard molding of the Masterverse figures. So all of these are shared parts. And then, just like I said, the only thing different as far as the older Masterverse figures is the drop-down hip section. So for better posability, right? But everything else, good stiff joints and all of that. Also, with the added new upper chest, the figure now, you can, I mean, he always had the crunch, but you could only go side to side with that, and now you can now go the full rotation. So as before, it was limited as to how you would be able to crunch the figure, but now you do have like the complete ab crunch, top, torso, um, range, right? And here's how the strap hooks up to from the back. You just clip them onto these, buttons in the back. I think it's much better than the original harness, which, like I said, we're gonna be looking in comparisons in just 1 second. So one of the things that I've done already on this figure is giving him equal bracers. So as you know, He-Man usually has the large mini shield for the forearm guard, like a forearm guard. I switched that out and gave him both of the small bracers, just to have something different along the new origins. He-Man came with both of the bracers, of the small bracers. They didn't give him the forearm guard like the original vintage toy. So almost to be an extension of that version of He-Man, I have given this guy the smaller bracers on the wrists. Okay, and then let me bring in the second battle armor He-Man that I got, which I've already done some swapping of parts. So you can see now this battle armor He-Man, which is how I'm gonna be displaying him. So this is gonna be the battle armor version, and this is gonna be the new basic Netflix version of He-Man compared to like the original release, like I said, from the Revelation line. So this is gonna be the new basic He-Man. Okay, and then this is gonna be I'm gonna take this version as like a new version of Battle Armor He-Man, even though we have the New Eternia, but the New Eternia is like its own thing. So this is gonna be like the extension of, let's say, the original vintage Battle Armor He-Man. So that's gonna be my version of that, because as you can see, he already has a new head. That one is taken from the Flying Fists He-Man, the Origins Flying Fist He-Man. I knew from the moment that I got that figure that I was going to use that alternate head for this once he arrived, because the Flying Fist He-Man, I didn't have him originally until about a couple months ago. So when this version of Battle Armor He-Man was announced, I already had Flying Fists, and I knew that I was going to use that second head for this version. And as you can see, he has both of the forearm guard bracers. And I'm going to explain why his head is not so tight. It's a little loose on there, right? And this is basically how he looks with the battle armor. The battle armor on. That's why I didn't show you putting it on this guy, because I wanted to show you how it looks already on. So the battle armor doesn't go all the way down. You can see there's some space there right on top of the belt line. But I mean, it's barely noticeable. But it is a snug fit. Now at first, if you notice how far out the chest, the upper pecs jut out, at first I was like, that might be too exaggerated for the figure, but when I did the comparison, it does really snug up on there, so it's not too exaggerated. But yeah, this guy, I mean, he is pretty much the modern version of this guy right here. So this is my original Battle Armor He-Man from 1984 or 85, whenever he released. So this one has the patent of 1981-83, so I don't exactly remember when Battle Armor He-Man first released. But anyway, you can see the mechanism functions, but it's dug up in that chest pretty badly. I haven't been able to fix it, except for when it's engaged. But anyway, this guy is the modern version of this guy. So that's why I gave him a head that is similar to the toy. Now the other thing that I have contemplated doing on this guy, this is the other, well, this is the head from this figure that comes with the figure originally. But this head has been modified. Now, if you look at it and you think, well, what modification has he done? Well, let me bring in this guy over here. And let's just put them side to side and let's see if you can tell exactly what I did. All right, so what I did, a couple of, I think I saw it earlier last week. I saw a video from, I believe the channel is Fanboys Forever. If not, I'll put the name on the screen here at the bottom, but I believe it is Fanboys Forever. And he did a review of the Battle Armor He-Man, and he showed us a simple trick to make this head sculpt, which for some is good. However, it looks a little too elongated. So the trick on this is all you have to do is apply heat to this head sculpt, either with putting it in hot water or just with a hair dryer or something to get the head malleable. And all you gotta do is squeeze the head to have the features a little more contracted, you could say. And it kind of modifies the head so that it doesn't look so long from the chin, and a little wider at the cheeks, or at the chin, at the right here on the sides of the chin, right? It doesn't have like a long extended chin jutting out. So once you apply the heat to the head sculpt, you'll be able to squeeze it, and then once you let it cool down, it's gonna set in that position. So I took some measurements, and basically once it cools down and it settles, you're shrinking the head by about a 1/16 of an inch, because when you measure this guy, he measures at about, I don't know if the light's gonna be able to see, but about 14/16, right? Two lines short, these are all 16ths, so he's 2 lines short of an inch, and the regular head sculpt is 15/16. So by doing the contracting by about 1/16 of an inch, that does enough of a difference that it gives the head a new appearance. And by doing so, now everything looks, I don't know, it just works better. It just works better with the head a little, just that little bit of contraction on the head. It goes a long way, in my opinion. So that's how I'm gonna have this figure displayed. That's why I have him with the harness, because he's the new He-Man for the Revelation series, for the Netflix version of He-Man, with this head sculpt. So anyway, so yeah, that's gonna be the new my new standard Masterverse Revelation style He-Man. And the battle armor He-Man, I also did a bunch of testing and whatnot. So I'm gonna show you some different heads that might work with the figure. So this, I'm gonna start first. So this is the head, like I said, from Flying Fist He-Man. The reason that the head is a little loose is I don't have it pressed all the way down, because you lose a lot of the posability for the head. If you go all the way down, he has no neck, and it just looks weird. So I'm gonna have to do something in order to just show a little bit of neck and have all of the accessibility of the posability for the head, right? But there's this head right here as an option. This is the original head from the original battle armor, I believe. Or is this? No, this was for the New Eternia He-Man. This is the new head from the New Eternia He-Man, the basic New Eternia He-Man. And that's how that looks. This is the head that came with the battle armor, the one with the other battle armor, with the beard, but with the new hair that I had given for my King He-Man. So that's how this looks. If it's something that interests you, I've already switched out the head on that guy for another head, which I already previously showed. And then I'm gonna bring in the 40th anniversary He-Man. So let's see how that head looks on this guy. So that's how that guy looks. And when I saw this, I was like, you know what? Let me try something. Let me try something that I think might work. And that's when I got the idea to use the alternate head that comes with the movie He-Man that released last year. So the movie He-Man came with an alternate head. And as many people know, that standard head, like, many people didn't like. And the alternate head kind of disappointed as well, because it wasn't bad, but it has something on it that almost look like they wanted to go with a classic He-Man look. And so what I did is I did the same trick as on the standard head of the battle armor, and applied heat, squeezed the head a little bit, and I thought, you know what? Now it doesn't look so bad. I think he looks good. Now I think he looks good wearing the battle armor He-Man, the head on this guy right here, or on this guy. Or am I crazy? I don't know. You guys tell me, does that not look good or not? Anyway, so when I did that, I was like, okay, so let me go back to the original the new Eternia He-Man that came out, and let's give him the alternate head from movie He-Man. And now that guy looks good. I think this guy now looks good with this head. Why? I think it fits better on this figure because it has the more leaner original upper body, which fits in with this type of head sculpt. And which is why I think this head sculpt, which is more, this is obviously an Origins head, a vintage style head, but that's why it works better on this figure because it's got the bigger upper body chest, which is more like the vintage toy. I mean, am I crazy, or does this not look better now? Just by doing that, the shrinking of the head trick. Again, just squeeze it, get it really hot, squeeze it, cool it, let it cool down, pop it in cold water to shock the plastic to cool down faster. And I'm telling you now that head sculpt works even better now. So that's how I'm displaying this Battle Armor He-Man. That's how I'm displaying this Battle Armor He-Man. And that's how I'm displaying this He-Man. So yeah, I mean, basically it's this head sculpt, almost this head sculpt, on a little more realistic version. Is it not? So you could probably squeeze, if people didn't thought this head sculpt was a little too long, again, try squeezing the squeeze technique and put it on your 40th anniversary He-Man. And let's put, speaking of, so let's put all of these guys side by side. And then let's bring in what was my customized version of the standard Revelation He-Man. So this is my customized version, which is using the body from the Savage He-Man. With the head from the Faker that had the red eyes. I just repainted those. But you can see the difference in terms of what they did with this guy, that the new harness has the straps are wider compared to on this guy. Obviously, he's had a custom paint job, right? But the thing that I loved about the Savage He-Man was the bulkier upper chest, which is what they did on this guy. And by comparison, they're pretty much the exact same width. You can see shoulder to shoulder where the cuts are, right here, right? You can see that they're the exact same width. So this was my original standard Revelation He-Man. This is gonna be so this is gonna be the new standard Revolution He-Man with the harness. And then of course, like I said, I'm gonna have this guy be my new Battle Armor He-Man in homage of the original toy. And this is gonna be my new Eternia He-Man with the new, more realistic version of the toy head. So there you go. That's my quick, well, not quick, but this is my overview of the new Revolution Battle Armor He-Man. Very cool new update to a much needed update to He-Man himself for the standard line. For those who didn't have, those who for some reason or another that didn't like the 40th anniversary, they could now pick up this guy over here and modify him to however you want. pick up two like I did, so you can have your standard He-Man and then your battle armor He-Man, you know, and customize them to however you want. Oh, and another thing, since this guy doesn't come with a power sword, you can, use whatever power sword you want to complete the look, right? There you go. And he does have the hinge for the transformation portion, right? So there you go. So let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll be seeing you in the next one.